overwhelmed and I go, never mind, I'll show you, it's too confusing. Except I don't have an Apple Watch, I just have old school thing.
So I'm not sure how that works then.
You can see it on there.
Oh, I don't know. Go ahead.
Test, test. Okay.
You see it. We're good. You're good to go, sir. Just in time.
I was a broadcast news producer. Those habits die hard. I can talk on 3 phones at once.
And how dead are they?
I've been charging. It's already died once today,
Yeah.
but I'm okay now.
I don't think they have them for my watch, because they're so cute.
So cute, aren't they?
Okay, are we ready?
Yep.
I'd like to call to order the Santa Fe Public Schools Board of Education meeting of July 17, 2025 at 4:30 p.m. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance and salute to the Mexican flag, acknowledgement of tribal land, and then approval of the agenda. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Juro fidelidad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y a la república que representa una nación bajo Dios, indivisible, con libertad y justicia para todos. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico, the symbol of perfect friendship among united cultures. Saludo la bandera del Estado de Nuevo México, este significa la amistad perfecta entre culturas unidas. We acknowledge that our Board of Education meeting is taking place on occupied indigenous land. We acknowledge the Tesuque Pueblo lands and other tribal lands on which we stand. We honor these people, past, present, and future. We acknowledge the history and ongoing colonization of where we are sitting right now in New Mexico and in our country. We acknowledge our own place in the story of colonization. Thank you. We have approval of the agenda. Superintendent, are there any changes to the agenda?
President Abeta, there are no changes.
Okay, anything from the board? Can I have a motion regarding the agenda?
President Abeta, I move to approve the agenda.
I second.
We have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, our first item is an executive session. Secretary Gonzalez.
I want to make a motion to move us into executive session where we're going to discuss threatened or pending litigation, NMSA 1978, Section 10-15-1H7, specifically Rogers versus Board of Education of Santa Fe Public Schools, 124 CV 262 KRSLF. Next thing is threatened or pending litigation, NMSA 1978, Section 10-15-1H7, specifically Chavez versus Board of Education of Santa Fe Public Schools. Next, threatened or pending litigation, the board is considering initiating, and collective bargaining, NMSA 1978, 10-15-1. Santa Fe Public Schools and the Santa Fe Federation of School Employees negotiations and CBA ratifications for the 2025-26 school year.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. We'll be in executive session.
Okay, I would like a motion to come out of executive session. Dr. Gonzalez.
I'd like to move us out of executive session where we discussed threatened or pending litigation, NMSA 1978, Section 10-15-1H7, specifically Rogers versus Board of Education, Santa Fe Public Schools, 124 CV 262 KRS LF. Next was pending or threatened or pending litigation, NMSA 1978, Section 10-15-1H7, specifically Chavez versus Board of Education of Santa Fe Public Schools. Next was threatened or pending litigation the board is considering initiating. And the last was collective bargaining, NMSA, Santa Fe Public Schools, and the Santa Fe Federation of School Employees, negotiations and CBA ratifications for the 2025-26 school year. And no action was taken.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Okay, item 3 is introduction of interpreter.
President Abeyta, board members, Deputy Superintendent Vanessa Romero.
Thank you. Para asistencia de traducción en español, la señora Peña te ayudará.
Thank you. Public forum.
Board President Abeyta, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Griffin. We have no in-house speakers. We just have one online. So I will go over the Santa Fe Public Schools Board of Education Public Forum ground rules. Public forum includes online and/or virtual participation as needed, as well as in-person comments when the board holds in-person meetings. Please listen and speak with respect. No uncivil conduct will be permitted. Please do not discuss any specific student who is not your own. No sharing of time. Self-monitor and observe the 3-minute time limit. You will receive a 30-second warning when your time is almost up. Public commentary and dialogue are allowed only during the public forum, not throughout the meeting. Please search for answers on common ground. You may speak on any topic, whether it is on the agenda or not. Your input will be taken into consideration. Please be advised that the board may discuss your issue during the meeting, but by law, the board cannot take action on items that are not on the agenda. Please do not discuss employee matters which may result in disciplinary action. Instead, notify the employee's supervisor, the Human Resources Department, or the superintendent. And with that, we have an email from Scott Schuker. So Scott says, this is from an email I recently sent to the Human Resources Director, Jeanette Fornaseca, and staff recruiter, Tiffany Martinez, after yet another denial for employment at your district. Thank you for clarifying your role in hiring for the district, but I already knew that. Instead, I would like to express that I have been trying fervently to return to work with the district for the past 18 months, having been cleared for rehire with a spotless discipline record. Despite submitting multiple applications and making numerous efforts to seek guidance or support from many sources, including members of your department, numerous hiring principals, the interim superintendent, the current superintendent, the board, and district content coordinators, I have not received any meaningful assistance or direction, and most of my requests have either been ignored or dismissed. Despite the clear and reoccurring staffing shortages anticipated each August, no one within the district is willing to show even the slightest flexibility with the rules to support the hiring of a veteran teacher who seeks to return. I can't even be a substitute because of ESS's discriminatory hiring practices. You've created a system that is simply too difficult to navigate, the most difficult I've ever experienced. And at this point, it feels personal, and I have reason to be assured that it is. Unfortunately, after so much time and consistent effort without any results or engagement from hiring managers at the secondary or district level, I feel I have no choice but to give up on the possibilities of being rehired and will make no further effort. I appreciate your time and the work your office does in managing the logistics of employment, but I wanted to share this in the hope that it might at least help illustrate the challenges some former employees face when trying to rejoin the district. Despite your catchy slogan, you've made it clear that Santa Fe Public Schools is not where I belong. The Human Resources Department should be a bridge to employment, not a barrier. I sincerely hope you will make the necessary changes so that no one else has to go through this experience in the future. I'm submitting these remarks to be read aloud to ensure that everyone present at least heard them. I would like to thank Sarah Bozet for acknowledging my situation and making some effort to help, though it was ineffective. Scott Schuker. And that concludes public forum.
Okay, thank you. Board announcements and follow-up. Board Member Heffron.
Thank you, President Abeyta, as well as Superintendent Griffin, Dr. Griffin, sorry. I just wanted to bring attention to what's happening in our nation and how the impact affects Santa Fe Public Schools. Just this past Monday, $7 billion in federal education funds were frozen. This delay has irreparably harmed critical academic and extracurricular programs throughout our country. The federal administration is also specifically withholding $44 million from K through 12 schools and adult education programs in New Mexico. New Mexico and 15 other states have sued the Department of Education over its decision back in April to also freeze $1 billion in grant funding, including school-based mental health programs. Recent federal cuts to education programs will directly impact initiatives like after-school programs, mentorship programs, youth counseling services, critical resources that connect students with trusted adults who can guide them through difficult times. This is why I would like to call your attention to our public school communities, two programs that we have currently operational in Santa Fe that continue to help our students, Girls Inc. and Breakthrough Santa Fe. These programs exist because people in our Santa Fe community donate, and they believe in advancing the educational, social, and career opportunities for our children and our students. I would like to say that Girls Inc., by the way, navigates friendships. It navigates the stress that students are receiving in schools or at homes or in their communities. They try to provide a steady adult to consult with every student in their midst. They provide moments of calm and reassurance so that that girl can proceed to expand her own horizons and imagine her future. This work is not optional for them, it is essential, and at this time, it is very urgent that they continue. Additionally, Breakthrough Santa Fe is a college access program that serves 7th through 12th grade students whose identities have been underrepresented in higher education. They currently serve over 200 students across the Santa Fe Public Schools, the vast majority of whom are first generation to college and low-income students. There are many factors in their success. They have a flagship summer program, which I got to observe directly last week over at Santa Fe Prep. They have a parent engagement program that keeps families invested completely with those students as they proceed. They are dealing with students from Ortiz, Kearney, Pinon, El Camino Real, Nino Otero, as they try to automatically enroll students into tutoring who, if you have 2 C's or below, or much less D's or F's, you will get tutoring. The tutors come to the schools and tutor those students who are identified. Both Santa Fe High on Tuesdays and at Capitol High on Wednesdays, they are tutoring after school those students who need help. I just think that we, now more than ever, need their support, their continuing dedication, and I just want to make sure that we continue to recognize them as helping our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Board Member Heffron. other board announcements or follow-up? Okay, superintendent announcements and follow-up. Dr. Griffin.
Thank you. So our staff has been working diligently to lay the groundwork for a new school year. It's hard to believe that our students will be back August 8th. And I'm happy to announce that our leadership teams are fully staffed. Miss Jamie Holliday, who's with us tonight, the long-term principal of Capitol High School, is the new assistant superintendent of school support and will supervise 2 K-8s, 7 elementaries, and Capitol High. Serving as principal of Capitol will be Lisa Vigil, who served as assistant principal and will ensure high levels of learning and just that smooth transition for staff. Dr. Alexander Robinson, also a former assistant principal of Capitol, will serve as principal of Ortiz Middle School. Dr. Cynthia Maynard will be, she has been promoted to interim executive director. Cynthia is well-versed in special education and has served as Santa Fe Public Schools Director of Exceptional Student Services, and she brings a deep expertise of special education law. Moving on, this is news to you all, so surprise. We will have a cabinet road show, and on Monday and Tuesday, August 4th and 5th, we will go visit all the schools and give high fives to all the teachers and just wish them well on a new school year. Surprise. The HR department will hold a job fair on Saturday, July 29th at the Higher Education Center from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then finally, our team retreat for administrative leaders will be held Wednesday, July 23rd at the Early College Opportunities High School. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, we have some action items on our agenda. The first is A, which is consent. There are 7 items on the consent agenda. Do we need to pull any or ask any questions about any of the items on consent? Vice President Noble.
I don't need to pull any, but I have a couple quick questions. One, it looks like congratulations are in order for a grant received for a career and technical education program. So I appreciate that. On the contracts, my question is about just a couple things sort of operationally and how things are working. There's a contract to provide substitute staff on an as-needed basis. I guess my question is this the entirety of how we're doing substitutes at the moment, or how will finding substitutes work?
Working to a team, I don't have an answer for you, but I can follow up with you.
That's fine, thank you. In the same vein, we have 2 contracts to provide school-based nursing services. And once upon a time, we worked very hard to have nursing staff in all our schools, and maybe this is one for follow-up, but I'd just love to know again how we're approaching nurses in schools and how it's working in terms of these contracts that we're doing to provide nursing services. And last but not least is a contract with all city management services to provide crossing guard services. And again, it's sort of trying to refresh my memory. Once upon a time, there was an agreement with the city of Santa Fe about crossing guard services. Just wondering if we still have that, and what the status is on any agreements in terms of crossing guard services between the school district and the city of Santa Fe.
We're good. Vice President Noble, Dr. Griffin, School Board. So we do have a MOU with the City of Santa Fe. It goes from 2025-2026 school year to 2028-2029 For the fiscal year 2025, the city of Santa Fe will provide $220,000 for that fiscal year. For 26-27 and 27-28, they will provide the Santa Fe Public Schools with $225,000. And for the fiscal year 28-29, they will provide and reimburse the Santa Fe Public Schools for $230,000. It'll be one lump sum payment paid out each fiscal year in April.
Thank you very much. That answers my question. I appreciate it. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, is there a motion regarding the consent items? Board Member Bozay.
Vice President Noble, did you want me to address
Oh,
the
sorry, I didn't see that.
contracts over 60
Anything you
and-
can address now and
Sure.
save the follow-up sounds
Okay.
great. Yes, please.
For ESS, that is our contract services for substitutes with the schools. As far as the nursing services, we are short a few nurses and counselors. And so in working with Director Sue O'Brien, we decided to try and get the year started using contract services for, right now we have 8 counseling positions, and we don't want schools to start out without counselors. And then, of course, the nursing staff.
Thank you very much. And on the substitutes, so that's sort of the entirety of what we're doing for substitutes.
Exactly, that's the big contract for ESS.
Thank you very much, Deputy Superintendent. I appreciate it. And Dr. Griffin, that answers my questions. I don't need follow-up now.
President Abeyta.
Yes.
I wanted to touch base also on that ESS contract. I think that was my understanding, that it was for the entirety of the substituting, and that included the increase to pay that we approved during the budget season. And I just want to take that opportunity again to express concern. I don't know if we can revisit mid-year. I've heard handfuls of concerns about that process. We had teachers lined up in here at the end of the school year talking about how there weren't subs available, and it's concerning to me that we're allocating money to a contract that isn't seeming to fulfill the obligations of what we need. So I don't know how we can regulate that and have some oversight, but I don't want our teachers stressed out and burned out and covering classes during their prep. That isn't good for anyone. Other than that, I think we need to pull out the minutes for the June 17th meeting since President Abeyta wasn't here. But otherwise, I will move approval on the consent items 1 through 6.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Okay, can I have a motion regarding the minutes from June 17, 2025?
I will move approval of the minutes from the June 17th, 2025 special meeting and the study session we had that day.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? I'll abstain. Thank you, Board Member Bozay. Okay, so that brings us to item B, which is a resolution 2025-2026-2, Santa Fe Public Schools participation in local government road fund program administered by New Mexico Department of Transportation.
President Abeyta, Dr. Neil Weaver.
Good evening, President Abeyta, members of the board, Superintendent Griffin. This resolution is related to a grant that the district applies for every year. We work with the New Mexico Department of Transportation to identify a paving project that is in need. The paving project in need for this year was the Nye campus for parking. The way the grant works is that we identify a project, and then the state lets us know how much they will fund. The total amount that they funded was $79,817. 75% of that is picked up by this Department of Transportation grant. 25% is picked up by Santa Fe Public Schools in the amount of $19,954. The project actually costs more than they funded, so the additional amount that the district will pick up is $85,286.
Questions from the board? Can I have a motion regarding item B?
I'll move to approve item B, the resolution 2025-2026-2, Santa Fe Public Schools Participation in Local Government Road Fund Program, administered by the New Mexico Department of Transportation.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Item C is threatened or pending litigation, NMSA 1978, Section 10-15-1H7, authorize the legal counsel to proceed as discussed in executive session. Dr. Gonzalez, do you have a motion regarding item C?
Yeah. I move to authorize New Mexico Public Schools Insurance Authority assign legal counsel, excuse me, to proceed as discussed in executive session regarding threatened litigation.
Is there-
Second.
And we have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, item D is Title III Immigrant Subgrant Funding.
President Abeta, board members, Deputy Superintendent Vanessa Romero.
Thank you, President Abeta, board members, Superintendent Griffin. This is a sub-grant that is for the first time being received, and it's to support language acquisition for newcomers, and it is also to support involving families into the community and into the schools.
Questions?
I was just going to
Vice-
move approval.
Okay, well, I'll take a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, item E is the Santa Fe Public Schools and the Santa Fe Federation of School Employees negotiations and CBA ratifications for the 2025-2026 school year. Dr. Griffin.
President Abeta, board members, Deputy Superintendent Neil Weaver.
Board President Abeta, members of the board, Superintendent Griffin. Executive Director Gabe Romero met with the union, and the agreement for the 4% mandated was approved, was agreed upon, and the union requested an additional 2%. Which we are not able to fund at this time. It was agreed that should funding become available, we would meet with the union at a time later in the school year. And I'm sorry, I guess that's everything.
All right. Are there any questions from the board? Is there a motion?
I'll move approval and say thank you to everyone involved in these negotiations.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Okay, item F is 2025-2026 SY Board of Education Committee Representatives.
President Abeta?
Yes.
Just because I am often disoriented by this, so this item is ourselves
Okay,
representing who serves on the CRC, the Audit Committee, and the Partners in Education Board, I believe, as well as the other one that you do, Dr. Gonzalez, the New Mexico School Boards Association.
okay, so do we want to start with the Audit Committee?
Sure.
Okay, who would like to serve on the Audit Committee? The chair, you're the chair,
I
right,
am the
Vice
chair,
President
and I'm
Noble?
happy to continue.
Okay, so Vice President Noble is willing to continue. Who else is the other Audit Committee
I'm also
member?
on the audit committee and will continue.
Okay, is that agreeable to the other board members?
Sure.
Okay, so do we want a motion on the Audit Committee?
I'll move approval of the audit committee people who've agreed to be on the audit committee.
Okay, that's Vice President Noble and Board Member Heffron.
I'll second
And
that.
we have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, the CRC Committee. That,
President Abeta, I would like to continue being the co-chair of the CRC, if that's agreeable to the board.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then I'm the other member on the CRC. I don't mind continuing unless another board member wanted to be on it. Okay, so then,
I'll go ahead and move that Ramona Beta and Sarah Bozet be the board representatives on the CRC.
I second.
okay, we have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, and then we need to appoint someone to Partners in Education Foundation. I would actually like to serve on the Partners in Education Foundation now that I've learned a lot about it over the past few weeks. And you're on it? We just have one or two members?
Just as far as I know, one.
Okay, do you want to continue?
I would like to continue.
Okay, that's great, but keep me in mind for if there's changes. Okay. Okay, so Partners in Education, I'll make a motion to appoint Secretary Gonzalez to Partners in Education Foundation.
I'll second.
We have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, what about New Mexico School Board Association? Do you want to continue? You'll continue? Okay, so I'll make a motion that we appoint Secretary Gonzalez to the New Mexico School Board Association.
I'll second.
We have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, so that takes care of the board committees. The next item is the community committee appointments.
And so these are for the CRC and audit committees for the current fiscal year. We did a few at our last meeting, and I have one for the CRC tonight. I don't know if.
Okay, so we can start with Vice President Noble's nomination.
Okay, well, I will renominate April Gallegos to the CRC.
Okay, I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Okay,
And I'm going to appoint Dylan Weller to the CRC.
okay, there's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
President Abeta, I would like to reappoint Carl Luff to the Audit Committee.
Okay. is
Make a
there-
motion.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
I second.
With a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, are there other members that need to be appointed?
I'm very aware that I still need to find somebody for CRC. I'm
Okay,
short somebody,
okay,
one person. Thank
I
you.
need to find somebody for audit and for CRC.
okay. All right, then I think that takes care of our appointments under item G. Board discussion and possible action. Is there any board discussion and possible action? No. Advanced planning, we have our annual board retreat is scheduled for the 19th.
What time?
10
10 a.m. where? Okay.
at La Fonda, okay? And then on the 24th, we've got an audit committee scheduled, and then the next CRC meeting will be August 6th.
President Abeta, I don't believe that that's actually correct.
Okay.
That is the week that school starts, and we don't usually do meetings that week. It's listed twice there. I believe when we broke in May, we talked about the 8/20 date.
That's
being
right, I
our next
remember
meeting.
that. Okay. So, Dr. Griffin, if you can just update the schedule and confirm that we will be meeting on the 20th. Thank you.
And I wanted to confirm that we will be meeting the audit committee on the 24th, next week.
That's correct.
Yes.
And we've seen the agenda, and
Right.
it's been approved and all of that, and I believe you responded. I do want to say I will be traveling, and I should be there. I just might be in dodgy connectivity.
Okay.
So Board Member Heffron, if for whatever reason I am not able to log on, I would ask you to chair that meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, and then our next board meeting is scheduled for August 14th. That's correct? Okay, anything else anybody sees regarding the advanced planning and the calendar of meetings? No? Then, all right, well, I guess with that, we will adjourn.